Hey guys, Aaron Farmer here with My Sugar-Free Journey. It's time for Weight Loss Wednesday. So I'm checking in. This has been a very interesting week for weight loss, and it kind of confirms my sneaking suspicions that it's very difficult for me to lose weight over a holiday. It's just things are out of whack, things aren't right. I'm not in my normal mode of eating. I'm eating out more, and it just messes with me. So as of this morning, I was at 256.3 pounds not for anything, 256.3, which means, it means I've lost about 144 pounds for the year, which is great. But I was at 252 last week, so I've actually gained about 3.5 pounds over this last week, which is a lot. It's a lot of weight to put on in 1 week. I know part of it is because of the 4th of July, and we were out eating hamburgers and hot dogs. I didn't eat any bread with it, but clearly I ate too much. We had 2 birthdays this week, a son and a granddaughter, which probably didn't eat the right things at their dinner, and then I don't know. I honestly don't know everything that went wrong this week, but clearly a lot of things went wrong. Whether I ate too much, I know I probably ate the wrong things too. There were a couple days when, when we were doing the birthday party, it was at a Mexican restaurant, and I had a couple chips and guacamole and stuff. But goodness, I didn't quite expect it to be quite this bad, but. What can you do? I'm 3.5 pounds heavier now than I was last week. It's just time to get back on the horse and get back to doing what works. So yeah, it's a little disappointing that it's happened this way, but I remember I remember other ways of trying to lose weight and doing everything I knew to do, and the scale didn't budge at all. It wouldn't move at all. So at least this way, even when I have a bad week, I'm still 144 pounds smaller now than I was when I started this whole mess. So all good news. All good news. It's unfortunate this week went the way that it did, but it's okay. I'm going to get back on the horse and get back to losing weight and getting back to it, just getting back to it. So that's what I guess that's the main report for this week, is that while my weight has gone up for the week, it is still way down from when I was at my heaviest. And, I've lost 45 pounds this year so far. I'll take that. In other news, my stupid bike. I've gotten so frustrated with my bike. So I told you guys that I bought some new tires for it. I've probably flattened 4 tires in the last month. And the other day I took the bike totally apart to see if I could figure out what the problem was, and see if maybe there was something sticking in the bike tube. I couldn't find anything, but I did see that the tread on the tire itself had gotten real thin, and I could actually see through it in some places. So I wonder if maybe the tube is poking out through those bare places in the tire and is causing the flats. So the tires went flat again, both of them this time, so I've decided to just put that bike aside for now until I can afford to replace both the tubes and the tires and get that where it needs to be. I have put them on a wish list if anybody out there would like to help me get this tire back up, because it'll be a couple weeks before I can afford to get everything myself, and that's over in the post. If you'd like to help me out with that, that'd be great. I would love it. But other than that, so I'm going to get back to, I guess, walking the dog and doing the other things that I was doing, which is a shame because I really like riding the bike. It's a little more cardio than walking the dog. I can't really jog. I would I'd be afraid of hurting my ankles or my knees or anything. So the bike really worked well for me. So I'm definitely going to get that back up and running as quickly as I can. In other news, we are moving forward with the My Sugar-Free Journey podcast. I'm looking to launch it sometime in early August. So I've sent out some feelers to a couple of the men that have meant the most to me in my sugar-free journey, as I've kind of learned about nutrition and how your body reacts to certain foods. And so far, 2 of the men that have meant the most to me in this little journey of mine have already reached out to me, and I'm actually sitting down with both of them tomorrow to interview them for the podcast. Vinny Tortorich and Abel James. If you don't know their names, they both have fantastic podcast. Vinny is the Angriest Trainer podcast, and Abel is the Fat Burning Man podcast. Very, very informative. Just really, really good people. You know, of course, you don't really know someone just from listening to the podcast, but they seem, you know, very genuine in their desire to help people, and they've helped me to no end. I mean, I especially Vinny. Vinny was the first one that I found, the first one that I started listening to, and he's probably the one that I listen to most often. And he was, really instrumental in getting my head right about everything, and understanding what it means to to be healthy and to eat right, and to, his thing is no sugars, no grains, and that's that's pretty darn close to what I'm doing. So I'm a big fan of both of theirs. So I'm excited to announce that they will be probably the first two guests on the podcast, and that will be coming out, like I said, in August. So we got that to look forward to. So other than that, I think that's everything, every big thing that happened to me. So I look forward to hearing what you guys are doing. If you want to tell me how your weight loss journey is going, I'd love to hear it. Leave it in a comment in the YouTube section. Leave it in a comment on the blog post. Doesn't matter. I'd love to hear from you guys, and anything that you can say to encourage me, and we can encourage each other. I'm a big fan of that. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. This has been Weight Loss Wednesday for July 6th. And remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.